we've been here for a little while, but we've been not quilting.
And we forgot to show you our food.
We did. Mom made a John Wayne casserole, which had stuff in it.
It was good. I was a little leery, but it was good.
Yes, and I had McDonald's because I didn't want John Wayne casserole, and I didn't
Fresh
know.
corn. We had fresh corn from the garden.
Yes, I didn't. Again, I was being a poo-poo head. Anyway, now we're off to go find backs for our elephants. And Kim's
Material
gonna
from my flag
continue. Yep. So we're headed to runs. We'll see if we're successful from the store. And we got our machines out right there. I remembered I had an error on my elephant, so I'm going to work on my error. See this little square piece is under his bum, and his bum shouldn't be square. So I got to unpick that and add some background to that. And then the ladies in here look what we're getting done here. We're going to have some peach crisp.
Maybe this should be a cooking food.
A food night.
Vlog. No.
Vlog.
With a little bit of quilting.
A little bit of quilting. I like that.
Instead of quilting with...
Yes. But look how yummy. We found some raspberries in Mom's garden and peaches from her tree. It's going to be delicious. So we will check in on that because that's very important.
And now what? Brown sugar.
And then we got our backs for our elephant, so I might get that loaded on Ethelema. So we'll check in a little bit. There's our dessert. Look how yummy. You can't really see the raspberries in mine. Can you see the raspberries? Oh, Kim's raspberries got lots more.
Out the raspberries. Maybe yours are buried.
We don't have ice cream, but that's okay. It's delicious.
Okay, I need 9 fat quarters in red. And these are my choices, and I have 10 here. And so I've asked Christy to point at the one that she would...
It's just Mom talking to herself. It's
to point at the one that she would get rid of. And I'm going to do the same thing. We're doing it on the count of...
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
I know. I had it. It was decided in my mind, and then I saw another one, and I went...
Yeah, I'm kind of... Okay, I'm ready.
So we're going to go 1...
Are we doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But now I'm struggling. Can I point at 2?
Can I? I'm going to... Well, I can't point at 2 because I'm holding the camera. Okay. I'm going to point at 1.
You're looking at it. I saw you look at it.
I'm looking at all of them.
I saw you look at it.
Okay, go.
You looked at this one.
Okay, 1,
1,
2,
3.
That's my third choice.
These
were the 3.
I don't know about this little yellow in here.
I agree. You probably can't see it in there, but there's... Oh, yeah, you can.
It's kind of a little
It's not off-white. It's a little goldy.
Why don't you like this one?
Kind of the same reason. I don't know.
Does it look kind of orangey?
It just kind of looks a little more orangey.
That one doesn't bother me. This one...
This was my third choice.
You don't like these over this one?
Mm-hmm. My choice would be this one, then that one.
Huh. I think I don't like this one.
I think that's fine.
I worry about...
It might look a little dirty compared to some of the other ones.
Yeah. Maybe, depending on how hard the blocks are, maybe I'll make a block out of this.
Okay.
Maybe I'll make a block out of all of them.
Okay.
And then which one I don't like doesn't make the cut.
There you go. That was fun. Well, I guess I'm the lone man standing. See the table back there? Everyone's gone. It's just me. I did get some quilting done. I did half square triangles, so that was fun.
Well, I did something new.
Yes, Mom, show us what she learned, a new skill today. We're walking back here. I will show you her new skill. I was going to put something on Ethelema, but you see that I didn't. That's why I did my half square triangles. Mom, show us what you did.
I learned how to do curved seams. I've never done curved seams
Look at
before.
those. They're all curvy.
My first one wasn't so hot, but I finally figured it out.
Those are so cute, Mom.
Yeah.
Look how fun. On the curve. Who would have thought?
Never done curved
Never even
seams
known.
before.
And now, Judy's gem.
Okay.
Okay, you're on.
Alrighty. I thought maybe today, I've just been thinking a lot about buying fabric. I like to buy fabric. It's kind of fun. I know the tradition is 100% cotton, and in some ways it is good because it presses better, it creases better. You know, the polyester blends are made to be iron, you know, so you don't have to iron them. So they don't press well, and so the 100% cotton is pretty traditional. But you know, years ago when great-grandmas used to make their quilts, they were very practical, and they just used old worn-out clothes and cut fabric out of clothing, and so it was probably cotton, wool, or silk. In my family, it was probably cotton or wool. I don't know if they afforded silk, but and you can get fabric in many grades of quality, and you can tell by feeling it.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You know, some of it feels thin, some of it feels stiff, some of it feels like it's been painted on, and you can just tell a smooth, you know, feel. And I know some of the quilt people say that you shouldn't buy your fabric from the big box stores, you know, but if you can recognize good fabric, it doesn't really matter where you buy it, because you can buy good fabric, and you can buy crummy fabric in any place too.
Right.
But you have to be able to take a look at it. But there's a thing about that too, and I thought about that early. Fabric can be expensive, and you know, it's the most expensive part of the quilt is all the money you put in the fabric, and after you've bought all your equipment. But you buy what you can afford, and if you can't afford $12 a yard fabric, then you buy the best fabric you can afford. And if it's a fabric that really you're worrying about the quality of it, you might want to pre-wash it. I don't usually pre-wash my fabric, but if it's something you might want to pre-wash it. If it doesn't hold up to a pre-washing, you don't want to put all the time into making a quilt.
Right.
But if it holds up, and sometimes if it holds up good, it might make it a little tighter, and sometimes it comes out a little softer, and it will be more acceptable. But so if you have any questions, you might want to just do a pre-wash. I've also heard that you will have less problems with really high expensive fabric. Some quilting expert told me, she says, well, you wouldn't have as much trouble with fraying. I have not found that to be true. Have you found that to be true? You know,
No, mine seems to fray non-discriminately.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so some of that stuff you hear, you just don't want to buy something that when you wash it the first time, it's going to all fall apart.
Right.
But you can feel it. It's tightly woven. It's not too loose, and it has a smooth feel to it, and it drapes nice. It has a soft drape to it. It's not, doesn't feel stiff. And sometimes there's fabrics, they just feel thin and almost papery.
Yes.
And so that's most important, I think. And I like to buy good quality fabrics from quilt shops, but I always go to their sale shelf. And if I find something that I really, really like, I'll buy a yard or two of it if it's on sale, and just have it and then try to use it later. You also have to be careful of the fabric in fat quarters. All of us have had that. What's that like?
No, it's just me. I'm messing things up.
Some fat quarters feel really awful.
Yeah.
And so you just want to feel them, make sure they have a nice soft feel, that they're not thin and loosely woven and stiff.
Right.
But if I can find fat quarters that are on sale, the general price around here for fat quarters is about $2.75 to $3 a fat quarter. But if you can find fat quarters on sale for a couple of dollars, and I really like them, I'll buy them just to have them. And we use them. And
you can do a lot with a fat quarter.
Yeah. But when you see it for a cheaper price, I like to buy some. Another source of fabric that I like is when I see quilt kits on sale. And you can save almost 50% on a kit that's all sale. Now, if you buy a Christmas kit after Christmas, it'll probably be marked way down.
Right. Oh, that's a good idea.
And I have a few kits that I save for part of my year's supply, so that when times get tough and I can't afford, I have a stash of stuff in case I can still keep. But I think the most important thing is what I said before, is to buy what you can afford.
Yeah.
If you can't afford $12 a yard fabric, then fine, buy what you can afford. There's lots of pretty fabrics that you'll like, and they may not be top of the line quality, but you buy what you can afford. And
That's what I do.
anyway,
That sounds great.
that was a thought.
Thank you, Mom. So that's it. We're done, I guess. So that was another Tuesday. Colleen didn't come. She's camping in the morning, so she had a list of to-dos. So we excused her, I suppose. I don't think I got Kristen on here. She did come. She came, she sewed, she went. So that's good. And I think we had a good time. I think we did.
Yeah, and the peach the peach crisp was wonderful.
Was wonderful. It was the hit of the night. So anyway, we'll see you next time. That's a wrap.